Hello friends, after the huge response for the 3 mini marathons, 2 were for AB and CD and 1 was for numericals. Today I have brought PYQs, previous year questions. This is also sort of mini marathon only. Okay, I'll be covering some numericals. One important case study I'll be covering regarding rent calculation, and afterwards I'll be covering some theory. So follow the video completely, watch the video fully. This case study on rent calculation will be there in the exam. Okay, because every exam it is there. Somewhere or the other, they'll ask you the full case study or they'll ask you some part of this. Okay, so follow it completely, share it with your friends, like the video, subscribe to the channel, click on the bell icon. Okay, numerical on rent calculations. A new building stands on a plot costing 10 lakh. Construction cost is rupees 20 lakh. Okay, construction cost is rupees 20 lakh. Expected returns 5% on land cost, 8% on construction cost. Expenses, annual repairs 0.5% of the construction cost of construction. Other outgoings 30% of the gross rent. Coefficient of sinking fund 0.0005 of construction cost. Find the annual rent. This numerical is not that simple. Okay, this numerical is not that simple. Got it? So what should you do now in this? How should you solve this? See, first what you have to do is, your target is annual rent. First you have to look at what is the total cost, what is the returns, and then you have to assume certain rent and then move on. So, for solving this, first what you have to do is, expected returns. What are the expected returns? First find out that. What are the expected returns? Okay, what are the expected returns? 5% on land cost. And what is the land cost? 10 lakhs. And 8% on construction cost. What is the construction cost? 20 lakhs. Okay, so 5% on 10 lakhs and 8% on 20 lakhs. Find it. Find it. So, expected returns. Returns is equal to, expected returns equals to, what is it? Equals to 5% on 10 lakhs plus total of these. Both should be totaled. 8% on 20 lakhs. So multiply it and get it. Multiply it and get it, everyone. Okay, multiply this and get the answer. 5%. So 5% into, what is this? 10 lakhs. 10. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 5% on 10 lakhs plus 8% on 20 lakhs. So 20, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So get the answer now, do it fast. 5% on this. So it is 10 lakhs, no? So it is 50,000. 50,000. 10 lakhs. 10% is 1 lakh. So it is 50,000. 8% on 20 lakhs. So 20 lakhs, 8%. So it will be 1,60,000. 1,60,000. 5% on 10 lakhs. See how to calculate it. 10%. See, you can do it orally also. You can do it on the calci also. 10% of 10 lakhs is 1 lakh. So you want 5%. So it will be half. 50,000. Similarly, 10% of 20 lakhs is 2 lakhs. So 8% will be less. 8 to the 16. 1,60,000. Okay? Getting this, everyone? Getting it, everyone? How to calculate this? On the calci, you have to, if you can't understand this, you can get it on the calci. Don't try it something else. Do it on the calci. That's simple. So what is the answer? 50,000 and 1,60,000. So it is 2,10,000. 2,10,000. This is the expected returns. This is the expected returns. Getting it? Got it, everyone? This is the expected returns. Now, what are the outgoings? What are the outgoings? Means money going out. What are the outgoings? Check this. Expenses. What are the expenses? How many expenses are there? Look at this. Annual repairs, 1. First write down how many are there. 1. Second is what? Other outgoings, 2. And coefficient of sinking fund, 3. These are the 3 outgoings. 1, 2 and 3. Kindly note this. All these 3 outgoings are there. So annual repairs is based on 0.5% of cost of construction. So annual repairs will be based on cost of construction, 20 lakhs. Okay. Other outgoings are based on rent, gross rent. Other outgoings are based on rent, 30% of the rent. And the sinking fund is based on 0.005 of construction cost. Again construction. So here it is 20 lakhs. Okay. So write it. See, let's first write down, let the rent be R. Let the annual rent equal to R. This will assume. Let us assume the annual rent is R. Okay. Now, all these outgoings you have to write down. All these outgoings. Shall I write it over here only? No, it won't fit. So, let's write it on the next page. Annual repairs is 0.5% of cost of construction. So, 20 lakhs. So, 0.5% into 20 lakhs. Okay? You can try it here also. You will get a space over here. One sec. Let me bring on a new slide. Okay. So, let's find out the expenses. Let's find out the expenses. Expenses are, there are 3 expenses. Number 1, expense number 1. What is it? Expense number 1. 0.5% of 20 lakhs. Cost of construction is 20 lakhs. So 0.5%, 0.5% into 20 lakhs. Get the answer. 0.5% of 20 lakhs. So that is equal to 0.5 upon 100 into 20 lakhs. So get it, everyone. Try to solve this. Get the answer for this. Everyone get me the answer. 0.5 upon 100 into 20 lakhs. It is lakhs, huh? So it is calci, don't try it orally, try it on the calci. 0.5 upon 100 into 20 lakhs, 20, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So that is equal to, this is what? 0.5% of 20 lakhs. So that is equal to 10,000. 10, 1, 2, 3, 10,000. So that is equal to 10,000. First answer is 10,000. Got it, everyone? Are you getting this? Are you getting this? What is the second answer? Second is what? Second is what? It is other outgoings, 30% of the gross rent. So 30% of R, rent is what? R. So write it, 30% of R. So 30% of R, okay, 30% of R. So that is equal to 0.3, 30 upon 100 into R, 0.3 into R. This is your second expense. Is everyone getting it? This is your second expense. Okay, this is your second expense. Now third one, sinking fund. What is sinking fund given? 0.005? 0.005 of construction cost. So again, 0.005 into construction cost, 20 lakhs. I think so, same you will be getting. Yeah, 0.005 into 20 lakhs. What are you getting? Multiply this, everyone. 20 lakhs, never miss this. 20 lakhs means 6 zeros. 2 and 6 zeros. So I think so you will be getting the same answer, 10,000. So what are the total expenses then? Total now. Total of all these. So total expenses are, say this, 10,000 plus 10,000, 20,000. 20,000 plus 0.3 into R. This is your total expense. Right? This is your total expense. And what is the expected returns? 2,10,000. Okay? So now, what next? This is your total expense. Got it, everyone? Now what you have to do? How do you solve this now? If you want to solve this, your total expenses over here, okay, should be matched with what? With your expected returns. See this, expected returns are 2,10,000. So what are the expenses? Expenses are these and these are the returns. How do you match this? How do you solve this then? How do you match this? Everyone, how will you match these things? So for matching this, what will you do? For matching this, see, your gross returns are what? What are your gross returns? Gross income is R. Your rent is your gross income, annual. R is annual. Your rent is your gross income. And these are the expenses. So what is my net income then? So net income equals to, kindly remember, same as your gross profit, net profit. See this. Net income equals to net returns. Net returns equals to gross return. Gross return minus expenses. Gross return minus expenses. Okay? What is my gross return now? Now try to match this. Gross return is R minus, what are my expenses? 20,000 plus 0.3 into R. Right? But that should be equal to what? My net return expected. What is my net return expected? My net return expected over here is 2,10,000. This is what I want. So I'll match this 2,10,000. 2,10,000, right, equals to this. So solve this now. Solve this. So it is, here it is, R minus 20,000 minus 0.3 R. R minus 20,000 minus 0.3 R. So that is equal to R minus 0.3 R, 0.7 R. 0.7 R minus 20,000. 1 R minus 0.3 R. So that is equal to 0.7 R minus 20,000. Take 20,000 on the other side. Okay, 2,10,000 over here. Okay, take this on the other side. So 2,10,000 plus 20,000 equals to 0.7 R. So solve it. Solve this. So I'll write it reverse. 0.7 R equals to 2,10,000 plus 20,000. What is the answer? 230. 2,30,000. 0.7 R equals to 2,30,000. So R is what? Solve it. R equals to 2,30,000 upon 0.7. Solve this. Solve it. 2,30,000. Solve it everyone. 2,30,000 divided by 0.7. So you get it as 328,571. 328,571. This is your annual rent. This is what you want as the annual rent. Pay attention. This is not the monthly rent. This is the annual rent what you want. Annual. Okay, this is the annual rent. So if this is the annual rent, this is the answer. In fact, what is the question? The question is same. Find out the annual rent. The annual rent is this. Find out the annual rent. So that's it. If they want monthly rent, if they ask for monthly rent, then what? Monthly means divided then. Monthly rent will be 328,571 divided by 12. So 27,380. If they ask you monthly, monthly will be 27,380. 27,380. This will be monthly rent. And this will be yearly rent. Yearly. Got it? This is the required answer. This is the required answer. Annual rent. This calculation comes for 5 marks. Many 5 questions are asked in this. Okay? Marks 5 questions can be asked in any ways. Okay? They can be asked in any different ways. So this is it. Okay? Got it everyone? Clear? Okay? So this numerical, kindly note, is asked for 5 marks. Where all can the 5 marks be distributed? See, 5 marks can be distributed over number 1. They will be distributed 1 mark for this, 1 mark for this, 1 mark for this, 3 marks here, 1 mark for this, 4 marks, and 1 mark for this last part. This 1 mark, 5 marks. So in this way, the 5 marks will be distributed. A lending bank can source the credit score of the borrower from credit information agencies, information from the loan application, market information, So lending bank means the bank which is giving the loans. So this lending bank will source the information, will get the information. From where? Either from this credit information agencies. Now what is credit information agencies? How many are there? Type in the comment section, everyone. We call it CICs. Okay, we call it CIC, Credit Information Company. There are 4 companies. Okay, which are those? Yes, everyone. First one you know, CIBIL, 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 right? First company is CIBIL. Everyone, type in the comment section. CIBIL everyone knows. What about the remaining ones? First is CIBIL, second one, yes, Equifax. Okay, Equifax. Okay, how many companies are there total? Total, how many companies are there for credit information? In the comment section, everyone. Type in the comment section, how many companies are there? 4 companies. Okay, 4 companies are there. 4. CIBIL, Equifax. Third is Experian. Experian. And fourth one is Highmark. Highmark we call it. Highmark. So these are the 4 companies which are in this credit information business, CIC. All we have the CIBIL score. I'll show you. I'm having that report also. I'll show you that. Information from the loan application. That is also important. From the loan application, you can get the information about which are the earlier loans. Of course, customer can write bogus also in this, fake also, but you can get some idea. Market information, correct. From the competitor, from the known persons, you make visits. Whenever you are giving a loan, you will make visits to the customer's place, his office, his security, collateral security, wherever it is kept. So 3-4 places you make the visit. From there also, when you speak to somebody over there, you get some information. That is called as market information. So from where does this bank get the info? Does it get from A to C all, A, B, C, A and B only, B and C, A and C only? The answer is A to C all, correct? A to C all. Which of the following statement is correct regarding credit score? Correct. See this. The question is correct. Which of the following statement is correct regarding the credit score? It takes a snapshot of the consumer's credit report. So it gives you the brief idea. Snapshot means summary. Snapshot means summary. Summary of the customer's credit report. How many loans the customer has taken? What is the status of the loans? That is known as a summary. Through advanced analytics, it turns the information into a number. Means this whole history of that customer, how many loans has the customer taken, how many has he repaid, how many have become NPA. All this will be calculated and converted into a number. Okay, it's a 3-digit number. The score represents the amount of risk relating to a particular transaction. So amount of risk, depending on the score, you can definitely decide, right? So this score is what? What is this score? This score is minimum is, what is the minimum CIBIL score? Everyone. What is the minimum CIBIL score? Yes. Minimum CIBIL score is? Yes. What is the minimum CIBIL score? 300. Correct? It is 300. Maximum is 900. 9. What is the good CIBIL score? 700. Good. Now it depends on, see, it depends on company to company. Minimum and maximum are fixed. Good CIBIL score depends on company to company. Some company might find 700 as good, somebody might find 800 as good, somebody might find 600 as good, depending on the customer base of the company. Okay? So what is the correct answer in this? It takes the snapshot through advanced analytics, converts it into number. It represents the amount of risk. So answer is all of the above. Okay, all of the above. Got it? See, this is the CIBIL report. This is what I wanted to show you. CIBIL report. Okay. If you see this over here, kindly note, you get consumer, yeah, you are able to see the details. See this. You can get it on Google also. It's not expanding over here now. Okay, so no, not expanding. See, there are two types of informations on CIBIL. One is static information, second is dynamic information. Static information means which never changes. Never changes. So which is the one which never changes? See, customer's name, date of birth, this will never change. Okay, name, date of birth, then personal details, address, generally address will also never change. Generally I am saying. Then PAN number, Aadhaar number, that will never change. That is all static. First point on the CIBIL report is always, first remember, it is static information, static. Second is dynamic information. Dynamic means which changes. Now what changes? Dynamic. What changes in any with any customer? See, what changes is the loans. See this. This will go on changing. What the loan which was over here, after next month it will be off. Some new loan will come in. So the data is always fetched. Okay, it goes on changing continuously. Okay, so this is known as the dynamic information. So static and dynamic, these are the two informations. Kindly note. There is also a third number which is always generated, that is called as control number. This question is asked in exam, control number. Okay, control number is always asked in exam. Control number means this is the number which is generated every time you fetch a credit report. Every time. Okay, whenever you fetch a credit report, you'll have to generate a number will be automatically generated. Got it? Among the below given, which of the following is or are correctly matched on the basis of organized model? Now what is this model? Models are of four types in your banking. Four types of models are there. Which are those? Horizontally organized, vertically organized, predominantly horizontally organized, and predominantly vertically organized. So these are the four models. Okay? Horizontally organized, kindly note, horizontally organized, vertically organized, predominantly horizontally organized, predominantly vertically organized. These are the four types of models. Okay? Now one thing you note always, horizontally organized means what? You need to know these four, all the four models. Horizontally organized means basically the data is shared among the single product. Single product. Cross product data is not shared. It is product wise. Means home loan customers will be known to the home loan department only. Personal loan customers will be known to the personal loan department only. That's it. They won't be dealing with cross, they won't be doing it. Means home loan and personal loan. They will not share the data. That is known as horizontally organized. Vertically is opposite. Vertically means what? The data is common. Home loan data will be shared with the personal loan data will be shared with the credit card will share with the savings account. So all the departments will share the data with each other. Common database. This database is known as customer wise. This is very important and this is very best. customer wise. Why it is best? Because customer wise what happens? You just put the SIF ID. What is there in CBS now? Our CBS is basically based on the customer data only. You just put the SIF ID and you get the whole details of that customer. How many savings account is he or she having? How many loans is he or she having? Right? You'll get it everything in the same on a single screen. Right? So this is known as vertically organized, where you get the complete data of the customer in a single screenshot. Predominantly horizontally organized means what? This is like, these two are like the thoda sa pyar hua hai, thoda hai baki. Means these predominantly horizontally organized is near to horizontal. 30% the data is shared, okay, among various various products. 30% it is shared, 70% not shared. And here predominantly vertically organized. 70% of the data is shared within various products. 30% is not shared. So you got the 4 points. See, these are the 4 models. Now the question over here is, which of them is correctly matched? You want to match the following. Huh? So horizontally organized. Check this everyone. Functionality is provided across all the products. In this model, customer information is centralized. Okay? Vertically organized. Individual process platform supports one product only. Individual process platform supports one product only. One product. Okay? You want correctly matched. Predominantly horizontally organized model. Customer data integration is not available to a certain extent to other products. Is not available to a certain extent, means minor extent it's not available. Okay. Predominantly vertically organized model. Hybrid model that offers common information for most of the related services. Most. Maximum it's there. Not fully, but maximum. And about this, see, firstly let's go one by one. Horizontally organized model. So data is centralized. This is not the case, right? Just now I told you, horizontally organized model, the data is product wise. So individual process platform supports one product only. Now this, remember, these two are interchanged. Means this should be here and this should be here. Horizontally organized model means individual process platform supports one product only. Vertically organized model means functionality is provided across all the products. They are reverse of each other. So that's why these are not correct. You want correctly matched. PH, or just call it PH now. PH, customer data integration is not available to certain extent. Some extent it's not available. This is wrong. In fact, it is to certain extent it is available, 30%. Some extent it's available. So this answer is also false. These two are obviously false. So the correct answer is vertically. A hybrid model that offers common information for most of the related services. Most. Okay. So this is the true answer. So correctly matched is this. D is the correct answer. Predominantly vertically organized model, a hybrid model that offers common information for most of the related services. Read this. The models used for processing retail loan applications can be. So which are the models which can be used for processing the retail loan applications? Standalone and centralized model, standalone and standby model, centralized and standby model, hybrid and standalone model. What are these? Firstly, you need to understand these first. Standalone and centralized model. Okay, what is the answer? Firstly, you give me the answer. Which is the correct answer over here? A, B, C or D? The correct answer over here is this. Standalone and centralized model. What is the standalone model? Standalone model means what is the model? It means that number one, okay, everything means loan application. See, what are the steps in any loan? Any loan. The steps are: first one, application. Customer fills up the application. Okay. Before that, you have to contact the customer. That is also there in this loan process. Then after application, we do the analysis. We do the visits also. Visit to that customer. Right? Visits everything. Then sanction. Then disbursement. Disburse. Right? And then monitor this loan. So these are the basic steps, right? These are the basic steps in any loan, right? So if these are the basic steps, then monitor. Remember, standalone model means all these steps are done at the branch level. Branch. Everything is done at the branch level. Okay? Everything is done at the branch level. Second one, CPU model. CPU means centralized model. CPU. Under CPU model, kindly note, branch just acts like a courier person. All these steps, in fact this also, all these steps are done at the CPU level. Branch just acts like a courier person. It collects the document from the customer, passes it on. The central office will again, if it wants to give some message, it will give the message to this, right? Got it? Got it? So CPU, everything is done at the central office level. It depends on bank to bank. Some banks say at the branch level, this will be done at the CPU level. But generally, everything is done at the CPU level. Okay, only applications are sometimes filled at the branch level. Sometimes it can be directly at CPU also. Okay, so the answer is this: standalone and centralized model. An investor is looking for returns. Investor looking for returns in line with the market will opt for. So whatever this customer wants to get the investment with respect to market. Okay, market. So it is called as what? In line with the market. So it is called as active investment, speculation, passive investment, and leveraging. What is it called as? Active investment, passive, speculation, and leveraging. So it is always called as, kindly note, passive investment. Passive. Okay? What is passive investment? Passive investment means basically, I will just invest it in the benchmark indices and they will grow as per the index. Means Nifty Bs or Nifty ETS, ETF. That is a sort of your passive investment. Okay? So an investor looking for returns with the market will opt for passive investment. The one who wants to beat the market, will opt for active investment. If you want to beat you want the returns more than the market, then you will opt for active investment. Okay, this is there in your long-term capital loss can be set off against. So long-term capital loss can be set off against what? Short-term gain, salary, long-term gain, and other sources of income. So a long-term capital loss can always be set off against long-term capital gain. Kindly note, long-term can be adjusted against long-term, short-term can be adjusted against short-term. Simple. Cash equivalent includes. Now, where does this term come? Cash and cash equivalent. It's a part of your current assets. Okay? We have cash equivalent. then you have debtors, then you have prepaid expenses, right? Prepaid expenses. And then you have, if it's a business, then you have inventory. Okay, inventory. Right? Out of this, 1, 2, and 3, these are also known as liquid assets. Liquid assets. These 3. Cash, cash equivalent, and debtors. These remaining 2 are not called, no? Prepaid and inventory. They are a part of current assets, but not the part of your liquid assets. So, cash equivalent also includes stocks, debtors, furniture, bank. So, cash equivalent will include what? Means what is equivalent to as good as cash. Theoretically, I am talking. See, theoretically, debtors are as good as cash. Debtors are as good as cash. Because it's assumed that they will give you the money whenever you want. Assumed. I am not saying practically. Okay? That's why we are taking the debtors in liquid assets. Actually, debtors is the problem, you know. Debtors don't give you the money immediately. But theoretically, we consider as we have sold the material to them, so they will give you money immediately. Okay? Dash is a technique that not only accepts risk, but accepts the fact that loss might occur as a result of the risk. So, it accepts loss might occur, okay, as a result of the risk. So, what is it? Avoidance, loss prevention, loss reduction, and separation. It assumes that the loss might occur. Loss reduction, okay? It is known as loss reduction. Among the following, which of the following is issued for a particular purpose? Frequently, just one transaction. So, only for one purpose, what is issued? General POA, limited power of attorney, none of the above, all of the above. So, which one is issued for only one transaction? See, general it is general POA, limited it is limited POA. Okay? So, for one transaction, only limited power of attorney is issued. Dash is calculated by adding new debits for the month, previously unpaid payments and other charges. So, what is calculated? Amount due, minimum amount due, maximum amount due, negligible amount due. This is a part of your credit cards. Credit card. Okay? So, previous, see, whenever you calculate the due amount, the due amount is always calculated by adding new debits plus previous months, whatever are the unpaid previous months. So, and other charges whatever are there. So, those are all added to calculate the amount due. Okay? Amount due. Minimum amount is separate. RBI says minimum amount due should be 10% of this amount due. Okay? It should be 10% of the amount due. Okay? Next one. Next one. A population of a town is 25,000. If it increases by compounding quarterly, then how much will it be? Will it have increased in a year? So let's take it 2 years. Simple. Because 1 year we have solved it earlier. So let's take it 2 years. Okay? So if it compounds quarterly, then how much will it be after 2 years? So now look at it. It is compounding quarterly. Quarterly means, see, R equals to R equals to whatever is given, 10% upon 4. N equals to 2 years into 4. Okay, this is what you have to remember. And the formula for this is your final population equals to C into present population C into 1 plus r raised to n. This is your population. C into 1 plus r raised to n. Okay? Kindly remember this. So C or P you can write it. P, present population. What is given now? Present population is given as 25,000. So P equals to over here. P I'll write it over here. So P equals to 25,000. Okay? And period is you know, R you know. So now let's solve this. What is this? 2.5%. Right? So you can write it as 0.025. Divide this by 100. 0.025. And this will be 8. So now solve this. So you want a population after 2 years. So that is equal to A equals to P. P is what? 25,000 into 1 plus R is what? 2.5. So 0.025. 1 plus 0.025 raised to n. N is what? 8. So solve this. 25,000 into, take this as, add this now. So 25,000 into 1.025 raised to 8. Okay. So that is equal to, do it now. 1.025 raised to 8. How to do it? See, it's like this. 1.025 into, press into, then equal to 7 times. 7 times. Okay, 1 less. So do it. Try it, everyone. I'll give you 1 minute to solve this. Try this, everyone. Yes, what are you getting as the answer? .025 into equal to 7 times. So what are you getting? I am getting this as this. If I do this 7 times, I am getting this as 1.218. 1.218. So what will I do? I'll take it round figure. So it's equal to 1.22. Okay? It's actually like this. Equivalent to 1.22. So this I'll do it. 1.22. So write this 25,000 into 1.22. Okay? Now multiply this. 1.22 into, what is the answer? 25,000. So that is equal to 30,460. 30,460. Okay? Or 61 you can say. 60.0. So 30,460. This is the answer. 30,000. Okay, kindly note this. 30,000. So 30,000. Kindly note this, everyone. It is 3. $30,460. Got this, everyone? This should be answer. Okay? Got it? Next, similar one in a year. So this already we have done it. 25,000. You can try this again. You want quarterly and increase in a year. Only 1 year now. So here n will be 1 into 4. So raised to 4 it will be. Check this, everyone. Okay? Next. Among the below given causes, which of the following comes under the category of challenges faced by retail banking. So which of them are the challenges faced by retail banking? Challenges faced by retail banking. Consumer protection and pricing, inadequacy of MIS, understanding the KYC AML issues, and all of the above. So, what is the answer for this? Check this, everyone. Yes, it is. Consumer protection. Is this a problem nowadays? Challenges faced by the retail bank, consumer protection. There is, because you do any mistake over here, immediately the customer goes to consumer court. So it is there. Adequacy of MIS, is it there? Means you have such a big population that the MIS becomes short now. Every day the population is increasing, the customer base is increasing. So that's why. Understanding the KYC AML issues means if you do any technology, the one who wants to rob you will be one step ahead. He'll find the loopholes. So this is also a problem. So all of the above is the answer. All of the above. Okay, got it? All of the above is the answer. Given below are the statements labeled as assertion and reason. From the options given below, choose the correct answer. The EMV technology brings more security to card and mobile payments. The information transmitted in the card is encrypted and tokenized. So EMV technology brings more security to the card. Think. Yes? Yeah. Does it bring you more security? What is EMV technology? EMV. Yes. I'll give you a hint. It is a name of 3 companies. It is a name of 3 companies. Okay? It is a name of 3 companies. Can anyone give me the name? 3 companies. It is. The 3 companies are. We have done this earlier. Europay, MasterCard, and Visa card. So that is known as EMV. So EMV technology gives you more security to the card and mobile payments. So that is right. And next one, reason. The information transmitted in the card is encrypted and tokenized. So that is also right. So both are correct. Right? So A and R are true and R is correct explanation. A is the answer. Okay, both are correct. R is also the correct explanation. In which of the following ways artificial intelligence has been introduced in ATMs? Machine learning for cyber security, forecasting ATM cash demand, voice recognition of the customers. So all of them, machine learning, forecasting ATM cash, voice recognition. Yes, is it 1 and 2, 2 and 3? See, voice recognition, if you say no, there is a problem in voice recognition. Why? Because there can be dummy voices. So that's why this will always create a problem in the banks. Machine learning, agreed. Forecasting ATM cash demand, agreed. So 1 and 2 will be the answer. Okay, 1 and 2 will be the answer. Which of the following can incorporate artificial intelligence at the front office, mid office and back office? who can incorporate this AI in front, mid and back office? Cash deposit machine, AI-based algorithm, big data applications and bank stations. Bank station means basically bank branches. So who can apply this AI? Of course, bank branches, right? Bank branches can use AI in either front office, mid office or back office. In which of the following ways AI can predict and prevent possible security breaches in retail banking sector? So AI can prevent possible breaches. Anomaly detection can be used. Tailored products can be offered to the clients. Capturing documents, data using OCR and then using machine learning AI to generate highlights. Suspicious behavior, log analysis, spurious emails can be tracked. So, where can AI be used? Prevent possible security breaches. See, suspicious behavior, logs analysis, spurious emails. These can be done. In fact, the answer should be E. E. Yeah, all of the above. Okay? Because all of them can be used for to prevent the security breaches. Okay? All of them can be used. The natural language technology can process queries to answer questions and find information and connect users with the banking services, eliminating language barriers. This reduced human error, systemizing the efficiency. Which of the following AI-enabled technology is mentioned here? So here what are we doing? Finding information and connect users with various banking services. Connecting the users with various banking services. Eliminating language barriers. Even the language barriers are gone. So this reduces the human error. It reduces human error. Okay. Which of the following AI-enabled technologies use blockchain hastening payments, smart wallets, voice-assisted banking and underwriting? Yes? See, there's a hint over here. What? Connect users with various banking services, eliminating language barrier. Here we are talking of language. So language, when we say, it's related to voice. Voice-assisted banking. Okay, voice-assisted banking. Which of the following is or are not the desirable behavior to be adopted by a branch head as a part of increasing branch profitability? Not. Kindly note, the question is not a desirable. So he, she is required to be nice and appreciative for all the branch staff. There should be proper reward appreciation for the good workers. Punishment system should not be followed to the erring employees even if they do not improve their by persuasive means. So not a desirable. So not a desirable. He, she requires to be nice and appreciative to the branch staff. There should be proper reward appreciation for the good workers, and punishment should not be followed for the erring employees even if they don't improve. So that is wrong, isn't it? So you want not. So this is the answer. Only 3. A is the answer, right? A is the answer. You are given the statements labeled as assertions and reasons. From the options, choose the correct answer. So current account, saving account, CASA. Deposits are very important performance indicators to increase the profitability. So CASA is very important indicator. Is it so? So you can directly say that A is correct because CASA is the base of any banking. So if CASA is the base, this is correct. So this is true. The rate of interest paid to the customers by the bank on CASA deposit is very low. That is also true. So is CASA the correct performance indicator? See, A and R are true. Now the only thing which you have to say is whether the reason is correct for the statement. Both A and R are true. So that is obvious. Okay. So the option is between A and C. R is the correct explanation. R is not the correct explanation. So CASA is the performance indicator and rate of interest paid on CASA is low. So that is true. A is the answer. Both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. Right? So now, before going everyone, kindly join the Adda 24/7 batches immediately. Now only few days are remaining. Few means hardly 2 days. Okay? Join this power packed revision batch immediately. I will be sharing you an important PDF. Okay? Covering all the complete portion. But very short one. 90% of the paper comes from that PDF and the classes which I take. Power packed revision plus others. Numericals I have covered in that batch. So join it immediately. You will get the recorded sessions also. Even if live are not available, you will get the recorded. Okay? But follow them. In 2 days, you can definitely cover it. Okay? Now, importantly, remember, you can follow the mini marathons and the marathons. Okay? Tomorrow there is a big marathon. Day after tomorrow again, another sort of marathon only. Then paper means paper will be from this, means the document. Very important 3 sessions are lined up. Okay? For RBWM. Do follow them without fail and join the classes, get the recorded sessions. Okay? But importantly remember the code is Y432. Never forget the code. Y432. Okay? 80% discount plus 1